We have a winner. The Tartiflette Games Director Mode Edit competition premiered 2 weeks ago, and today we finally get around to recapping the event and announcing that fan favorite winner. Hang tight, this one could be over before you can say Brett's Super Trooper Shroomburger Extra Cheese. Welcome back to the Riders Report.
Before we get started today, we want to recognize our existing YouTube members. A special thank you goes out to executive producers Bone Crusher 2D, Coach 34, and my mom, and our fans and Fans Plus.
If you'd like to become a member for as low as 99 cents a month and help support our channel, you can hit join below to learn more about perks like early access to the Riders Report, emojis and badges, a members only video per month, sneak peeks, and more.
Next week, we will have a special video up to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of Riders Republic. We can't give away too many details just yet, but if you want to know as soon as we can, check in our Discord because we will post the information there and we'll have more for you next week on the Riders Report. If you experience the outage in game on Wednesday, you have been rewarded $15,000, so go ham in that new shop. And finally, if you lost all of your progress in the past week in Riders Republic, that bug has also been squashed, so you don't have to worry anymore.
Yeah, like Mitch said, make sure you are over on Discord for that announcement whenever it goes live. Seriously, nobody wants to miss this one. But no one wants to miss the fan favorite winner, which will be coming up very soon. The Tartiflette Games Director Mode premiered 2 weeks ago, and I'm repeating what I said in the intro, but today we're going to review what we liked about the event. We're going to talk about the winning run, and we will announce that fan favorite vote. So as of right now, if you have not seen that video and you don't know the winner and you don't want to be spoiled, click away from the video. Go watch TFG Director Mode and come on back. As of this point, this is spoiler territory. We good?
We're good. And I think just right off the bat, the thing I liked seeing the most is how many new people we had in this event. Mm-hmm. Flair and Strenio, I believe, are the only two who ever competed in TFG back in Steep, at least the edit competitions. So to see them putting together something for Director Mode was really special. And seeing all of the new people and I'd say their new style of what they bring to these competitions because they weren't in the past ones. So there's a pretty distinct feel, and I know several of them work together or work on edits together or projects sometimes, so you can see the influence bouncing around.
Well, and this game has such a different feel from Steep when we used to do the contests back in Steep as well. The capture is different. The art is different in the game. Everything is completely different, and it does give a different energy. So seeing kind of what the community, what the baseline, what is normal for everyone to include is much more cartoony, much more arcadey, much more intense. There were some slow jams in there, but they still had some air of just goofy, we're having fun. So I really do think, just once again, hammering it home, I think the game nailed its art. What is the word I'm looking for? The artwork, the art style, the direction of the art style in this game was perfect for the vibe of, mountain bikers and just, park riding. So that was a ton of fun to see them explore. And I also love these contests that don't have any requirements. Mm-hmm. The only requirement is don't get us flagged on YouTube with copyrighted music, and make sure that it's under a minute 30 or minute 30. That was it. Other than that, go do what you want. That's incredible. There's something to say about a more streamlined event where it's hit this half pipe. You have 3 tricks and that's it. And we're grading on that. There's something different about, just go for it. Splatter paint, do whatever you want.
And it's a bit different than our past edit competitions too. Mm-hmm. I know we would actually give them scores on creativity, technicality, mm-hmm. and like overall feel like there was 3 or 4 different categories. They'd each get a certain amount of points, and then those would have some weight, and we'd have several judges. And that's, I think it's a really good way to find a consensus on which one was the best when you have several different people talking about them. At the same time, it is a lot of work to do that in the back end and to sort through everything. So with this one, and I think we've done it with some of the other Riders Republic, but this one especially, we just watched the videos for the first time during the competition and then gave our reactions right off the bat, just what we felt about them. After watching all 9 runs, we then discussed for like 20 minutes which one we liked the most, not based on certain criteria. We each picked one, we debated our side, and then we came to a consensus on the winner. But that's our winner. It's not everyone's winner, which is, why it's important to do a fan vote too, because we're not saying this is the best objectively out of all of these videos. This is what we like the best, but we want to see what you guys like too.
Right. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie. I was terrified that our winner was not going to be on the the fan favorite sheet. That's always just a back of the head, back of mind fear. What's up?
And with that too, in previous competitions, when there's a winner, if there's any debate about the winner, we can pull up this sheet and be like, we had 4 judges. Here's the average scores. Here's the spread. Here's all of the stats. So like, that's how it happened. With this, it's just us picking a winner. So if it's the wrong one, like you said, it's a lot more terrifying watching the event.
Yeah, and I do wonder, we haven't talked too much to the community, so if anyone's watching this and cares to comment down below, how did you like that event style? Like, did you like the loose goose, hey, we liked that video because that's the video that we liked? Or do you want more of the technical side? I mean, I can see arguments for both. I really like keeping it you and me, just on what we like, what we're feeling in the moment that day. But I do understand having, if we're blind watching and we have one more person, an Ian Hawk BMX, a Flair, a bigger rider in the game, a Call Me Jay, sit in as the technical judge as well and say, yeah, you guys are looking for creativity. You're looking for overall feel. But here's why that one trick, merits them to be in the top 10 or, top 5, whatever. So there are different ways that we can go about this, but I did like that new format. It was a lot of fun, especially for the both of us to be watching a video raw. Typically you receive them, you will skim over them and then present. This time it was just completely blind. But we do have a fan favorite that was not Kuno, our traditional winner, the gold medalist. So do you want to announce the spread here? We have a 3-way tie for second.
Oh, I do. Here we go. I got to pull it up.
If you don't, I can run it. I didn't know if you had it or not.
No, I do have it. We received 19 responses to the fan vote, which is pretty large. I think that's close to the high ones we've gotten for some fan votes in the past. And I usually set it where it connects to your Google account, so you can only vote once unless you have multiple accounts. There's no foolproof way to defeat cheating in a fan vote competition, which is why we do both. But in this case, with 63% of the votes, Call Me Jay won the fan vote for this competition.
Mr. 1 day, Mr. 24 hours, Mr. 500,000 on TikTok takes home the fan vote. Congratulations, Call Me Jay. I mean, let's just recap for the folks that may not know, maybe didn't catch it during the contest. Jay submitted this. His first edit was bonk. He's like, I don't like it. Throw it out. I will get you another edit tonight. And we texted him back and we said, okay, cool. The submission's closed tomorrow morning. And he goes, I will get you an edit tonight. And he delivered. And it was good enough to be in our top 3 consideration for overall gold medal. And it was definitely the fan favorite with a whopping 63% of that vote. I mean, Call Me Jay, just painting with gold.
Yeah, and it wasn't, I don't think it was even just didn't fully like it. I think he had a second person involved in the video and hadn't seen that rule that we had in place, where it had to be...
Oh, there was a technicality, right?
Yeah, it was like you had to be the writer and the editor, which we've done different things in different competitions, but we wanted to see for director mode just what you can do. And so I think he had clips from someone else and had to redo the edit with only his clips. And again, that was one of those rules where it's hard to tell because Flair Flare used himself as the third person. Someone else, I think, used someone else as the third person camera, just based on the way they had the clips. So it's, again, hard to really rule down on it, but he did do a whole new edit the night before. He's got that distinct Call Me Jay style, though.
Yeah, I mean, this was an incredible video. And what I liked about it most, I mean, he does explain all of that in the beginning of the video. I just didn't play the first 10 seconds before I ran my mouth a minute ago. But I love the style, and I love how he, peel back the curtain here, I love how he made a full video out of less than a full run. By that, I mean, there was a lot of post-production that carried a lot of the weight through this, but it didn't take away from the creativity, and it didn't take away from the tricks. It was just a different editing style. It saved him time, and it looks baller at the end of the day. So just props to have that creative intuition to sit down and go, okay, how do I do this? How do I, when you're in college and you're writing the paper, and you need to make it to the third page, so you double space and you hit 2 space bars after that period, or you make the period a 15 size font so it's a little bit bigger, just to, that's kind of what I got from this project. But it's a passing grade. It is a solid B+, A- score. And just unfortunately, Kuno's video was an A+ in my book. So he had to take it home in the moment, but just Call Me Jay, throwing it down nonstop.
I think most of these edits, if not all of them, were up at that same kind of grade level. They all did things differently, but like you said in the beginning, it's a different game. So in this, we're seeing a lot more of the montage style of just where you see people putting together a montage, uploading it, throwing some filters, and then them taking it a step further. Back in Steep, we had a lot of people who did Check My Steez, which was a single line, single camera, and you'd see that influencing more of the edits, where it was less camera changes and kind of one flowing line and matching with the music, like a slower track. So it's cool to see how, as the game's changing, these edits are too.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you think we didn't crown the proper winner, please let us know. If you think the fans got it wrong, please let us know. Let us know down in the comments what you thought of Tartiflette Games Director Mode, what you think of the winner, what you think of the game style. What do you want to see next in the world of TFG? We're going to bring it to you, or at least we're going to try our darndest to bring it to you. We will have another Tartiflette Games event soon. We're hitting the holiday season. You and I are going to be globetrotting all over the East Coast here in just a couple of weeks. So it may be until the new year before we see another TFG event, but that's plenty of time for you to hound us on what event, what kind of play style, competition style you want to see for the next one. So if you have that in your head, what am I doing? Let's go to the Riders Roundup. Hell, we are just unhinged and off the rails. It's time to round this episode up with some clips from our Riders Roundup. Starting out first, it's none other than Hollow Endeavor with Let's Get Spooky with the Mountain Bike.
And I just noticed that it is not Happy Halloween, it's Happy Halloween. I am so glad that he snuck his name into this edit, and I'm expecting one every Halloween for the rest of Riders Republic lifetime. He's got another clip. This is number 59 from him. So
oh my gosh,
over a year's worth of videos, and he's keeping on cruising, and only 173 subs. We got to crank that up. I love everything that he's been putting out.
Yeah, we love to see the content, and just the frequency of this content is absolutely on a whole other level. Hollow and Kuno and Ian and Call Me Jay are just on a whole other level. Someone else who is on that same exact level, Gunny Guns, coming out with a Centuries montage in what game is that? I only play Riders Republic and F1. I help.
Call of Duty, it looks like. This is an edit that's spanning all of these games. He's got like at least 10 people mentioned in the credits. So just watch this edit, because the song's also fantastic and it matches up. And it's like 7-8 minutes long of montage. It is beautiful.
Yeah, this is a full full entire video. I mean, yeah, the thank you section in this video is almost a full minute long. So yes, please go. All of the biggest riders, all the biggest names inspired this run, and then all of the biggest riders and all of the biggest names participated in this run. So star-studded lineup coming out for Gunny's Centuries. And today we are closing out the Riders Roundup, closing out the episode with one of our favorite closers. It's Kuno featuring Ian Hawk BMX. You know that the Riders Roundup is not complete without some Ian Hawk BMX content. It's just coming by way of Kuno this week.
Yeah, this thing, having two of the best, just going at it to make us another video is insane. So just watch this whole thing too. Anything that they put out, just worthy of a watch.
Yeah, absolute filth in the best way possible. Thank you again for joining us for episode 51 of our first 100 guaranteed episodes of the Riders Report. We will be back next week with, if I can count right, 52. You see, we woke up really early today to film something, and we're just all kinds of messed up. Like, we filmed at the beginning of the day, went to work, came back and filmed at the end of the day. It's also a Monday, and we're in the States, so it's also daylight savings time. So we fell back. We're all over the map.
We filmed something at 6 a.m. when it was dark, went to work, and then are still recording at 6 p.m. when it's dark.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Special thank you goes out to our YouTube members, executive producers, Bone Crusher 2D, my dad, Coach 34, and your mom. She doesn't, it's just Mitch's mom, along with our co-producers and Fans Plus. If you'd like to become one of those members and help support the channel, you can hit join down below to check out all the cool perks that come along with it, like early access to the Riders Report and emojis and badges, a members only video per month, sneak peeks for TFG trailers, and more. What more could you want? It's there. Go click join and figure that out for yourself.
You can also just subscribe to catch all of our wonderful content like this weekly show, TFG competitions, occasional videos that are not related whatsoever, and anything else. Also, check out the links down below to our social media accounts, and check out Discord if you want to learn what we have coming up as soon as we can let everyone know, because we usually post in the general chat there before we make the announcement on the show if we can.
Yes, be sure to click all of the links down below and figure out what they all do. And if you haven't already, we've said it, we just did an entire episode on it, but if you haven't seen TFG Director Mode, at least go give us the watch. Go give us a like and drop a comment down below. It helps us out, and we're helping you out with some quality entertainment. At least I think. I'm going to stop talking, and we're going to go to bed. We'll see y'all next week. Same place, same time for episode 52 of the Riders Report. I'm tired.
And I'm sleepy.
And we'll see yins on the slopes.